Switch to Argus there. Monitor center, I think. Sorry, I had it on Herc. We
Copy.
I rebooted the GUI before we during pre-dive. High voltage. I was locked up. Top side was red. Sure.
Roger.
Argus is going down and Herc is dive, dive, dive.
Did you guys change anything about the sticky fingers?
Yeah, we added 5
water.
cc's of water.
Nice. Do we want to do any tests on the way down, or is it just going to be a test to see if it works when we get there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Oh my God, look, I can see the front of the vehicle. So nice.
It is nice.
I apologize last night, people, for my frustration level, not being able to see the front of the vehicle on a soupy side hill. It's just killing me.
And for that reason, we are going to spend the entire dive looking at the front of the vehicle.
No,
Highlight.
no, but that will be better because I can have more of a reference.
Yeah.
So what if I put the camera just like that, then I can see the seabed, but I can see the width still. So even though I'm not looking at the front of the vehicle, I can see the width.
Mm-hmm.
With the milk crate, we have to be like up here somewhere,
Yeah.
otherwise it's all milk crate.
I think there's a smudge or a scratch
There,
on Argus kit.
Oh, yeah.
There has been, yeah.
Well,
Might
hopefully
be a smudge.
hopefully it's a smudge.
Yeah, our
Well, good morning.
is both of the mesos are on, is that right?
Mesos are on, yeah.
Roger. Hopefully we have some substrate for this dive.
We should.
I was looking at the dive plan one, beautiful, at least by the dive plan, it's uphill all the way for our shift, so.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, everyone. This is Jenny Waddell joining from shore. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
Yep.
Jenny.
Hear you
Sound
loud
good.
and clear, Jenny. Thanks.
Great. Well, welcome, everyone, to Olympic Coast National Marine Sanctuary. We're going to be doing another dive here in the sanctuary. It'll be a much shallower dive than the dive we had a couple days ago in the biogenic 2 EFH area. This is within Olympic Coast National Marine Sanctuary. It was established in 1994 and encompasses nearly 3,200 square miles, or about 8,250 square kilometers of wilderness coastline
Yeah,
and
we're ready
coastal
up here.
ocean off the coast of Washington state. So I'm excited to welcome you all here. This is actually going to be a much shallower dive as well. We have a few objectives here, including something that we haven't tried before. So it's exciting to have everyone with us as we attempt to locate and collect imagery to develop a photo mosaic of some seafloor habitat features. So thanks everyone for joining us. We're excited to have folks joining from all around the world. I'll be excited to hear the lineup for folks who are joining and where they're joining from when we have an opportunity to do that. But in the meantime, I'd like to welcome my co-science lead, Dr. Meredith Everett. Meredith, are you on?
I see Meredith in the chat room, so I think she's somewhere listening.
I do not see her logged on to the V-Link.
Oh, she says she's on.
Hmm.
Meredith, are you in V-Link? She says yes, she's gonna log off and on again and try.
Well, this is a good time to be testing and checking all the technology while we have a little bit of time here on our descent.
Mm-hmm.
Could I ask that the ROV pilots and navigators and video and data logger folks introduce themselves, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Jenny. This is Dan. I'm sitting in the Herc pilot chair.
Dan?
Why don't you go co-pilot?
Like she said, I'm the co-pilot. My name is Michael. I'm doing Argus and all the other stuff that Dan doesn't want to do.
And this
Thank
is
you.
Marley sitting in video.
This is Leela. I'm sitting in the data logger chair. And Rennie is currently swapping into his position in nav. We can get him to say something in a second.
When he's ready. In the meantime, my name is Jenny Waddell. I am the research coordinator at Olympic Coast National Marine Sanctuary. And I have the good fortune to be collaborating with the Ocean Exploration Trust. I represent NOAA and the Office of National Marine Sanctuaries. And I'm just so excited to have this opportunity to showcase the unique science and education capabilities of the exploration vessel Nautilus by exploring and studying parts of national marine sanctuaries. The live telepresence capabilities are something really unique and amazing for us. It's a wonderful opportunity to be able to share with you these very special places that are scattered throughout the U.S.
What's going on?
There's a really interesting facet of this sanctuary. Olympic Coast National Marine Sanctuary has been here 26 years, but that is just a wink in time compared to the residence time of some of our key partners. Something very unique about this part of the world is that there are 4 coastal treaty tribes that have reserved rights to marine resources and areas in this part of the world. These are reserved rights that were established by treaties in the 1850s. And thanks to that, that framework, we are fortunate to work with all 4 of the coastal treaty tribes as we study the sanctuary. Right now, we're going to be working within the usual and accustomed fishing area for the Quinault Indian Nation. This is a group that lives primarily in the village of Tahola, which is a coastal village about, maybe 14, 15 nautical miles east of where we are. It's a really fascinating situation, and I invite you to explore their website. All Indian Nation is a great partner for us. Very interesting context for all of the work that we do. So we're delighted to partner with them as well. Meredith, could you tell a little bit about what you do and your background as we're headed towards the seafloor, please?
It seems Meredith says that she's on side 3 and can hear everyone, but her mic isn't picking up. Are you able to read these messages as well, Marley?
No, I
Sorry,
do
I
not
thought I
have
muted.
access to those.
Okay.
Let me send a quick message to Dave to see if he can troubleshoot it.
All right.
I'm having an issue loading V-Link
Yeah, I
on my
got you.
computer.
Can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay.
Nav, want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick?
Sure. This is Renato Kane in the navigator seat for this watch. So we are at 386 is our target depth.
Yep. So we are about halfway there, over halfway there.
We got a light return in our. Yeah. Yeah, well, it depends on when we get them, if they can be. It
that
has
Meredith
to be
checking
an
just now?
edited
Was that
file.
Meredith?
It's not just that, it has to be.
Yes, so
It's a
I think it was,
different
it thought there was a
format, so.
microphone plugged in through my headphone jack.
Oh.
All right, well, we can hear you
So I was
now.
trying
So
to
the
use my
answer is
headphones
yes.
as both the microphone and the...
It's a beautiful dive plan.
Right.
Cool, yay,
I'm
glad
up.
that it's working.
It's quite cool to read this morning.
Right, yeah. Once we get going, I think I can try to transfer those. Let me think where I can do that.
Yeah, I was just having a meltdown yesterday. Sorry about that.
Oh, no meltdown.
The whole side hilling thing with no view was killing me.
Yeah.
5 minutes and 53 seconds to the bottom.
I've changed headphones to ones that have a microphone on them.
Awesome, we're
We
glad.
can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, glad
Thank
we can hear you now.
Excellent. I was trying to use my fancier, more comfortable headphones, but then the computer decided they must have an integrated microphone. So I could hear everyone, but it was trying to force those headphones to be a microphone, which they are not.
Well, thank you for joining. Could you share a little bit about your background, please, when you get a minute?
Sure. I am a geneticist at the Northwest Fisheries Science Center, where I focus primarily on deep sea coral and sponge genetics. I do taxonomic identification of corals, and then develop genetic barcode libraries for both corals and sponges.
Why don't you let me get a little delta now, Michael?
Some population genetic
I'm
analysis.
at 6.
And then
let it slow down a little bit.
A large focus of my work lately has been environmental DNA, where we are taking samples of water and sequencing DNA directly out of those water samples to better understand community biodiversity.
Excellent, thank you. Meredith will be helping us to remember to pull Niskin bottles in areas where we see concentrations of corals and sponges, and potentially some control areas as well, depending on what we find.
Yep.
We're really fortunate to have this time to explore. It's a little bit rare that the stars align for us to be able to explore some habitats where we haven't been before, and to potentially discover and identify new things that we haven't seen before. We've got a couple of great tools.
It's just a blur of green and red to me.
A couple of great tools. You can see there's a neat tool on the porch there in the Hercules feed. Special tool for picking up delicate things. So we're going to test that out. We're also going to test out the ability of the HD video to be used to collect imagery that can be stitched together to create sort of a 3D image, a photo mosaic of features on the seafloor. So while we have a plan for the dive track, we also have a little area that we're going to explore.
Boot up sticky fingers.
And see if we can find an area that we can pirouette around and collect the imagery for one or more small mosaics. So this will be a fun new thing that we're going to try here as well.
And what will these photo mosaics be used for?
Well, thank you for asking, Meredith. This is actually just the start of the expedition season. There was Ocean Networks Canada prior to this, but many of the subsequent dives that'll happen this expedition season will happen within the West Coast National Marine Sanctuaries. It's all part of a team of us working together with NOAA's Deep Sea Coral Research and Technology Program to fund a multi-year initiative to explore the West Coast for deep sea corals and sponge ecosystems. So the photo mosaics are a new tool that we hope to be able to develop for each of the national marine sanctuaries to use as
slow down a
both
bit
an
more,
education and
Let me
outreach
get
tool,
20 and change below you.
and ideally to track change over time in some of these habitats. I think folks understand that all of our narration has to yield to the pilots and the folks who are ensuring the safety of the vehicles and all the technology.
Okay, why don't you come all stop there, and I'm going to come underneath you, and we'll turn around since I want to be uphill from Argus, and I'm on the wrong side at the moment. So you're all stopped. And I'll stop here about 60 meters off the bottom, but since it's kind of steep here, we want to put Herc uphill from Argus. So we're going to pause here, and I'm on the north side of Argus at the moment. I want to be on the southeast side.
Roger.
So we'll turn the vehicle around and get a view of Herc before we go down the last couple meters. Blue Water, Blues Brother parking job coming up.
We seem to have lost our school of lanternfish that we were descending through there for a good portion of this descent.
Michael, you should be able to click in your auto heading there.
Auto heading,
Auto heading engaged. While I'm doing this, why don't you take our 300 meter gauge reading?
Yep. On it.
Do I know? Nope. It's on one of them usually, or you can set it to be which one of them.
Come on.
Try 3. PC to video 3.
See, which way are we going to take off when we go after we get there?
Go into this.
Yeah, after that.
Yeah, pretty much in that
Okay,
direction.
yeah, that's right.
South east. I'll try to keep setting them up, and
No, I was just trying to work out which way to turn here.
it's okay. Yeah, once we get comfortable, I'll see
The initial turn. Oops. Too far, as usual.
So unlike the dives that you can see posted on the Nautilus YouTube channel, the previous dive was quite deep, and this dive will actually be much shallower with a max depth of about 400 meters.